Hey, so it's been a hot minute since I've filmed anything. I did a dorm haul, but I was actually on YouTube going through my old YouTube channel and I found that I made a high school advice, what high school taught me video. I look rough. That's from 2014 and I'm almost done with college now, which is freaking terrifying, but I'm glad I've glowed up. Thank God. So my birthday's this week, this Wednesday, and I'm very excited because I'm finally turning 21. I'm gonna do 21 lessons learned in 21 years. That sounds good. We'll work on the title. I wrote them down on my phone. Okay, the first lesson. And again, these are things I learned, and I'm gonna try to, impart them in my life. Some of them don't stick, like this first one. Stop complaining about the future before it even happens. I complain about things that I don't actually need to be complaining about. For example, I'll say, oh my God, if this professor does this, I'm gonna be so pissed. I really hope this professor doesn't do this, And the professor doesn't do it. Wasted my time. I need to stop complaining about things. Not stop complaining, because that's just not gonna happen for me, but stop complaining about things before they happen yet. I'm not Raven. I don't have visions about what's gonna happen. So I need to stop assuming the worst. Number 2, first impressions aren't final ones. And this goes for my own first impressions for other people, and other people's first impressions of me. There are some professors that when I first had them, I was like, I hate them. They're the worst. And by the end, I'm like, you know what? Kind of like them. They're pretty good professors. And I'm sure there's some people when they first met me, they were like, oh my God. And then later on, they realized what a gem I am. Or maybe even the other way around. Number 3, watch who you talk shit to and watch who you get shit from. So make sure that when you're talking shit about a person, you're not talking to someone who is that person's friend. Again, I could say don't talk shit, but we're only human. We're gonna talk shit. Talk shit to people you trust. And when you're getting gossip, when you're getting hot information, make sure you trust your source. Because some people just want to cause drama. Some people just don't have your best interests at heart. So keep that in mind when people tell you, oh my God, this person said this about you. Do you trust that source? I don't know, this is sound like some Gossip Girl shit. Let's see. Number 4, an extra 15 minutes of effort make all the difference. This mostly goes for academia. When I write papers, I get to a point where I'm like, all right, that's enough of this, I'm done. But I've noticed that if I take an extra 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and just look it over one more time, I catch a lot of things that the professor could have caught. And I find mistakes that I didn't notice before. And this also goes for, anything in life. Just put an extra 15 minutes of effort if you can, unless you're doing it last minute, which don't do that. Just don't do that. Number 5, be your own advocate. One thing that college has taught me is that, you gotta fight for yourself. No one else cares as much about your success as you do. So I've found all my own internships. If you want to do something, you gotta do it. You gotta be your own advocate. If you want to do things, do them. Don't wait for other people to do them for you. Number 6, professors aren't scary. Talk to them. They're not scary. I just had a bunch of hour-long conversations with professors the other day, just chatting about life and whatnot. They're just people. They're people. Some of them PhDs. They're smart people. A lot of them are good people. And it's good to be friendly with professors, make friends with them. They're people. I have professor friends now. I feel so cool in college. Number 7, a sense of humor is a gift. It just helps in a lot of situations. It's a good way to make friends. I was at the mall today and I was cracking jokes about things, and then there were some people nearby that were just like, girl, same. Or just stuff like that. I don't know. People like to laugh, and I love people with a good sense of humor. Just remember to laugh about things sometimes, especially in college, because shit happens, Reach out to people. This is number 8, by the way. Don't expect other people to always reach out to you. I'm the kind of person, I'm a planner. I will text you and be like, let's do something. Let's do this. Want to come to this. And for a while, I was like, sometimes people don't text me that. Why am I always the one who has to make plans? I like making plans. Some people just don't like reaching out. But when you do reach out to them, if they're always like, yeah, I want to hang out, reach out to them. Just reach out to people. If you want to hang out with someone, hit them up. Get nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Don't measure your progress using someone else's ruler. I think I heard this quote somewhere and wrote it down, but it's true. When you see people doing things, you're like, oh my gosh, she's doing all this cool shit, and what am I doing? Nothing. she's like discovering the cure for the common cold, and she has like 20,000 followers on Instagram, and I only have 500. That's her life. That's her story. You're writing your own story. Isn't that beautiful? Don't measure your progress with someone else's ruler. You got your own ruler. You're making your own path. Not everyone's path is the same. Not everyone's path is linear. 10. Put up a fight, but accept the things you cannot change. I'm not super religious, but I was like that part of the prayer that was like, accept the things you cannot change and blah, blah. Yeah, I paid so much attention in Catholic school. But accept the things you can't change. But before you do that, put up a fight. For example, I was on a short-term study abroad trip in London, and because of a bunch of terrorist attacks, we had to kind of get rerouted, and we weren't allowed to go back to London. And I was very pissed because I didn't want to live my life in fear. I wanted to go back. So me and a bunch of other kids who had the same kind of attitude, we fought for it. We called the dean. We made an argument. We tried really hard to fight it. But at the end of the day, we couldn't change anything, and we were getting rerouted, so we made the best of it. Sometimes when you can't change something, you just got to make the best of it. But don't do that. Don't go down without a fight. But if you gotta go down, have a good time while you do it. That sounded interesting. Number 11. Similar to the other one, disagree. Don't be afraid to disagree. When like English classes, I'm an English minor now. Professors want someone to be like, I don't know about that. They want to be challenged. Students usually don't care enough to say anything in class, but when you're someone that's challenging ideas, I mean, don't challenge everything because you don't want to be like an annoying little shit, but disagree with things. You know, if you think something's bullshit, maybe in an intellectual, polite way, say so. If you don't like something and you can have the power to change it, do it. Don't just go with things just cause. Don't go down without a fight, and don't just go with things just to go with things. Don't do things just to be easy. Sometimes someone needs to be the squeaky wheel. You know, maybe that makes you a pain in the ass sometimes, but at least you're not just like, yeah, like whatever works best for everyone, da-da-da. No, have opinions, disagree. Number 12, bet on yourself. You know, sometimes it's hard to believe in yourself because sometimes you feel like garbage. But you know what? Your worst is someone else's best. And when you're applying to things, just be like, you know what? I can frickin' do this. Bet on yourself. Believe in yourself. Sounds so cheesy, but who else is going to bet on you? You're often missing out on less than you think. Because you're just scrolling on your phone, you're looking at all the snap stories like, oh my God, everyone's having so much fun and having parties and I'm doing nothing. They're probably not having nearly as much fun as you think. Because think about it, when you're out having a really good time, are you whipping out your phone and doing like an hour-long snap story? No, you're having a good time. So just remember, when you feel in that FOMO, you're probably not missing out on as much as you think you're missing out on, and it's fine. You'll be just fine. There'll be other parties. 14, articulate your expectations. I'm not great at this. When you expect someone to do something, but they don't know you expect them to do that, and then you're kind of like pissy and like annoyed at them, it's not their fault all the time. Because if people don't know what you're expecting, it's not their fault when they don't give you what you want. I heard some quote where it's kind of like you have this script in your mind, but no one else has this script. It's just you. And people don't, do their lines and follow their parts, you get mad. Lose the script. I don't know if that made sense. The person who originally said it made a lot of sense. But generally, if you're going to have expectations and you want them to be met, and it's really important to you, talk about it with the person you're expecting them from. 15, be friendly to people. You never know who you might meet. And even if they're not someone that's going to like help you with your career or networking, blah, 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 just be a nice human being. It's good to be friendly to people. If you're in a club and there's a new member, go say hey to them. They're probably nervous and whatever. Like, just be friendly with everybody. If you're sitting next to someone in class, say hello. 16, buy a noise machine. I have like this Dome sleep white noise machine, whatever. Life-changing, because I will wake up to a lot of sounds and I'll get so mad about it. I used to be so grumpy if I heard someone's door slam or someone cooking breakfast in the morning, because I'd just be like, excuse me, you're making me arise from my cave. Like, if you're in college, if you're somewhere loud, get a sound machine. Amazing. Game changer. I'm a lot happier. 17, help those who are where you were, and don't forget where you come from. Deep. Basically, like, as a senior, I am so nice to freshmen. I love helping freshmen. If you have questions, I will literally make you a tutorial. I will help you with anything you need help with, because I remember being a freshman and I remember how scary it was and I remember how confusing it is. So like, be friendly to people. And I remember when I was a freshman, I would have loved if a senior would like kind of say like, hey, if you have any questions, I will answer them. If you want to see where you might be living next year, I know someone, I could show you their house. If you want to get lunch sometimes, like these are some tips and tricks and hacks and whatever. Be the person you wish you had when you were younger, that kind of thing. 18, professors can be your friend. Did I say that already? I said professors aren't scary. Well, still, they can be your friends. I think I was running out of ideas. 19. No one cares. No one cares. It's very comforting. It's kind of depressing, but it's very comforting because when you mess something up, when you look like trash, no one cares. People are going to forget about it. You're not that important. You're also very important. You know what I mean? Just get a nice balance of that. 20. Good people can make anything better. Surround yourself with good friends, good people, and even the most boring things will be more fun. Everything's better. Things are about the people. You know, you can be paying taxes, but if you're with good people, it's going to be more fun. You know, pick good friends. Like, what is that? Get a good tribe. Ugh. I sound like a tapestry. I don't know. You know what I mean. Good people make everything better. And the last one, number 21. Life goes on. Life goes on, man. I got this tattoo sophomore year. Didn't need it, but I like it a lot. And it's so true, because life goes on. Shit happens, life goes on. I don't like, things get better, because sometimes things won't get better for like a while. But life always goes on. Bad things happen, life goes on. Good things happen, life goes on. I wrote an article about this whole shebang. Maybe I'll link it somewhere. It's a good article, if I do say so myself. 3 words that will change your life. Life goes on. Another one, it always seems impossible until it's done. That's 22, but like, I'm going to use that to replace one of my other shit ones. It always seems impossible until it's done. That's how schoolwork is right now. Like, you have like 50 million finals. How are you going to do it? Oh my God, it's impossible. But remember, you've done this before. You're going to do it. It'll be fine, and life will go on. And yeah, that's my video. That's 21 things I learned in 21 years. It's 22 things, but it's a bonus. You're welcome. And thanks for watching. I hope someone got something out of that.